The views expressed on this podcast are that of the host and may not coincide with your own. Don't let that deter you from listening with an open mind. The UAP report will be printed in mass quantities is to avoid another pandemic shittigate. Lastly, the shit talk is explicit and your virgin mind is about to get probed. Let's get the show started, fuckers.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
This is the Tempest Universe.
Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Monday Tempest Universe. Today is still Vodka Day, by the way. If you've listened to the podcast before, you know Mondays it's Vodka Day, Wednesday is Rum Day. So you should be on, it's a Tuesday, you should be on vodka today just to, just get this straight. I know someone down south tried to say, no, today's beer, no, it's not beer day. Today is Vodka Day. Tomorrow is rum. Please, get it together. I'm your host, Manny, and, yesterday was just, God, for fuck's sake, it was just hectic. The Wuhan flu has made everything so hectic, so incredibly complicated, it's not even worth doing things anymore. It's just nuts. Completely nuts. Back to school. That's, in my neck of the woods here in San Antonio, back to school happened yesterday, on Monday, the 23rd of August, and for fuck's sake, it was, and still is, the scariest thing I've been through when it comes to the school system down here. I mean, it's more than just balls to the wall. You put everything into it. Your kidneys, your lung, your heart, you put all of it on the wall. Because forget about it. That's all I got to say. Forget about it. It's a gigantic probing. Not that it's ever been super easy, but ever since the Wuhan flu, the entire planet is up the fuck upside down. Let's just leave it at that. That's the way it is. So much so that we're just going to pop into our first story because it is a Tempest universe, right? It's not just UFO Buster Radio anymore. So we're going to talk about some strange shit. This is evidence of how crazy the world has become. Do I feel it's Armageddon? I mean, I think that the Wuhan flu just lit the fire. It really did. It started it, right? Because there's a woman in Belgium who literally is being banned from visiting the chimpanzees. What in the flying? I don't get it, I had to bring this up because it's a perfect example of how the world is upside down. It really is. It has gone completely haywire. This lady apparently used to make weekly visits to a chimpanzee at the at this damn zoo, right? The Antwerp Zoo is a 38-year-old chimpanzee, and she would make weekly visits to the zoo. Now, for some reason, they decided they needed to put her name. Her name is Addie. Not gonna put. I know you guys in Belgium, you get mad about these chimps being abused, so I'm not going to put her last name in it. But if you want to see it, the link is in the description. Go ahead and read it. She apparently is having an affair with the chimp. Now, this is not the only chimp. How she picked this chimp out of the bunch of chimps, I don't know. Because they have a few chimps. They have like a whole horde of chimps. Why do you call a bunch of chimps a troop? I don't know. But Cheetah, 38-year-old chimp out of Antwerp, apparently was getting, weekly visits from Addie. And they developed, like a relationship. Like literally. So much so that the other monkeys don't even want to deal with Cheetah anymore because he's been humanized. He's been de-chimped. This is the world we're dealing with. This is what's happening right now. Now, is this the Wuhan flu? No. But, being in a crazy world like it is now, I feel like Wuhan kind of, made this more magnified. That's the way I feel about it, and Addie's over there at the Antwerp trying to get some every week. And the old Chimp is waiting for her. I mean, they're not even worried about social distancing here. This Chimp don't care. He wants some human. Yeah. Come get some, Chimpy boy. That's what's going down. That's what the Wuhan flu is giving you. Straight up madness. Now, apparently, old Addie has been banned from the zoo, because we can't have that. So, our little chimp friend is not happy about that because, now he's on a dry spell. His other chimp friends won't even talk to him. What is he going to do? Thank you, Wuhan. Thank you, China. This is your fault. This is the extremes we go to now to entertain ourselves. We'd have to have interspecies relationships with chimps in Belgium. I'm just lost for words when it comes to the world today. It's everything. Today, normally in articles, we're not going to get a lot of UFOs today because the fact is that today's Science Day for most places, most news outlets. And so we have a lot of science talk, especially regarding the war between Elon Musk and Bezos. But that is just another piece of the puzzle of the madness that's going on when it comes to the things that what you would think would be fucking normal, like science, right? I can understand if you have Wuhan madness and you decide to, get it on with a chimp, because everybody else is staying away from you, So you gotta find yourself a little chimp, like why not? But anyway, it was just a weird story, but I put it in there just in case you're on the shitter today, on your unscheduled break. You want to, read about it, kind of dive into the interspecies thing, because, it might pay out for you in some way. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, we'll get into the first article, the real first article for today. Shit. This is what the Tempest universe has come to. The universe is fucked up. Let's just take it all the way. So here's our first track, and we'll get right into it right after this.
must have hit the nail because you flew right out the door. Now I'm all alone, yo, my Betty, she's gone for good. It sure be hard to face to face where you stuff put my wood. Let me tell ya, Betty, yo, you ready? She's a blow up Betty. Little put the Betty, she's double ready. When it comes to love, baby, you're real steady. That's why I love you, my blow up Betty. Betty, yo, you ready? She's my blow up Betty. Little put the Betty, she's double ready. When it comes to love, baby, you're real steady. That's why I love you, my blow up Betty. She's the girl of my dreams. Yeah, she meets the seams. The man back to me, girl. You know what I'm saying, man?
By the way, in that last story with the chimp, Addie is very upset that she can't see a cheetah anymore on her weekly visits. She basically says she doesn't have anything else to look forward to. Why would they take that away from her? She loves that animal, and he loves her. So come on, be cool. Now, like I always say, there's some things you just can't write. I cannot make this up. But that is the Tempest universe. Elon Musk recently tweeted, because, he likes going to the tweets himself. He says, hey, basically, I believe, notwithstanding all the nonsense that's happening in our current endeavors to go to space, that we can get to the moon even before NASA's 2024 date. He said that. Like, literally, he's like, screw everybody. Not only are we going to make it to the moon, we're going to make it early. Elon, we know already. We know already that Elon is extremely optimistic, right? Like, we know just from Boca Chica, from Starbase. We know that he'll be like on a Tuesday, he'll be like, hey, we're going to launch today, get ready, get your popcorn, get by your favorite honey, your favorite monkey, and hug them real tight because we're going to see some fires tonight. And that'll be like 2 months fucking later, and then the shit actually happens. I mean, okay, we get it, Elon. You're trying to pump up the base. We need to keep SpaceX in the forefront of our minds because they're going to be the ones to take us to the moon. I mean, what can you do? It's he's got to keep people happy, right? He's got to keep the people that are paying the bills happy with what's going on. There are delays to the Artemis human landing system. Plain and simple. We know about all the shit that's going on, and we got some updates on some of those. But the fact that the Government Accountability Office confirmed that NASA did the right thing by selecting SpaceX. Not everyone, or not one in the, 1 billionaire did not take that very well. And he's having a bit of a temper tantrum. But the funny thing is that on August 14th, as soon as the GAO, gave that ruling denying the quote-unquote protesters from, questioning whether or not NASA did the right thing, SpaceX actually received $300 million to keep things moving. To keep this whole timeline alive. And then the lawsuit happened. So there you go. So SpaceX right now is sitting on $300 million from NASA in order to keep this whole Artemis human landing system going and getting this project headed to the moon. But it's on pause now, sadly enough. Now, I mean, there's a lot of things, to be honest, that are keeping the dream of reaching the moon by 2024. Which, honestly, listen, I'm sure you guys know, death's knocking on everybody's door. We don't even know when the hell that shit's coming. So the sooner the better, please. Like, I'd like to be alive 2024 to see this. So if you guys delay it, you're going to fuck up my plans. You know, so I'm doing my best to stay alive until 2024, which, for fuck's sake, I mean, anything could happen in 3 years, like Wuhan 33 or some shit like that. I don't know. So that's the plan, right? 2024, a lot of delays. You know, on top of all these things, you got congressional funding that's screwing up everything. You also got the fact that the Space Launch System hasn't even been tested yet, that big-ass rocket they got over at NASA. We also got COVID, the Delta variant. You know, that should be a fucking movie there. Basically also messing up the plans to get to the moon. And on top of that, SpaceX got their own issue, right? Because the environmentalist people, you know, the guys that care about the fucking environment down in Boca Chica, are causing massive delays over at Starbase. Which I'm telling you, I promise you, these people are all being paid by the little Ninja Turtle, old Bezos. So, I mean, it is what it is. But SpaceX, well, I can't even say SpaceX because they're not going to say anything other than what the CEO said. But Musk says, hey, we'll get it done before 2024. We're going to take this $300 million and put it to good use and get this damn thing going. But we'll see. Too many delays everywhere. Too many delays. And, you know, right from the beginning, when NASA announced the Artemis initiative, right from the beginning, people said, oh, that shit's going to be late. That's not going to happen. There's no way NASA's going to get that done on time. Well, look. They're actually getting a little help in sticking to their reputation for always being behind schedule. So, there you go. I mean, what else can you do? What else can you do? Maybe eventually we'll get all the haters, we'll get them all in line, and they can stop sweating this program and let it be. Just let it be. Let's get this damn thing going, get these starships fired up and ready to go into suborbital space so that we can get the fuck back to the moon, you know? Who's going to film it this time? Steven Spielberg, maybe? He'll film the moon landings. I don't know. We might be able to get, Jerry Bruckheimer or somebody like that to fake the moon landings this time. For you guys who always say that shit was fake, we need a good director to get this thing done this time around with really good special effects, like Transformers. There's more in the article regarding Elon and his estimation of when the moon landing is going to happen, which I don't even think he fucking believes it, to be honest. But anyway, check it out in the description.
My hand grenades fuse. Baby, don't refuse.
So you ever wonder what the hell is going to happen with science, you know? Because, you know, NASA does stuff and then people are like, oh, that's shit actually worked. Right? I'm talking about specifically about Percy and Ingenuity, the little baby chopper that could. That's on Mars right now, flying these little sorties, trying to guide the gigantic car-size, SUV-size Percy around the red planet. Sometimes it's red, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it has like really dull-looking skies. Sometimes the fucking skies are blue in some pictures. I don't even know what the fuck Mars is anymore. I can't be the only one that feels that way. Like, what are you showing me? Oh, we put filters on it. What? Fuck, what are you fucking with my mind for? Leave Mars alone. Show us what it really is like. Anyway, I digress. And so there's a company, I don't even know what the hell they are anymore, but there's a plan to take a half-ton chopper or a lander and send it over to Titan, over Saturn's way. Why? Because we're seeking microbial life. Another topic that gets on my last nerve. Alex Hayes, who is an associate professor and director of Cornell University's Center for Astrophysics and Planetary Science in Ithaca, New York. Hopefully he doesn't have... Could you imagine everywhere he goes he has to say that shit? For fuck's sake. He probably has like an oxygen mask to keep him from passing out. It says, listen, Ingenuity demonstrated some fine technology and it proves the basis for what we want to do. He says, and I quote, you can now expect follow-ons to expand the technology to actual science missions that use flight. Well, I guess NASA was not doing science. They were just, or currently are just fucking around on Mars. But, you know, Hayes here says, hey, we could do this. We can actually create this little helicopter. And it's not little, fuck, half a ton, it's not small. But we can create this helicopter, send this thing over to Saturn. You know, I could do a little flyby. But eventually it'll go as a lander that'll be on Titan. We'll take samples, you know. We'll look for microbial life and all that stuff. And it's great because apparently this so-called probe, which is actually called the Dragonfly, is scheduled to launch in 2027. And hold on to your big girl panties because it's not going to get there until 2034. That's assuming there's no delays. So just imagine that. 2034. We're talking about, 13 years from now. Like, who in their right mind gives two fucks about that? Really? The way the world is going on right now, we probably wouldn't even make it past, 2029, for fuck's sake. But this is what they're looking for. So it has several missions that they've detailed. The number one mission is microbial life. And, they've learned a lot of things from old Percy, including the fact that they're going to have a generator that is actually going to recharge itself whenever the little, I keep saying little, but whenever the Dragonfly is doing experiments on the surface, it'll be recharging its generators in order to fly. And they're estimating the flight for this thing is over an hour, not like fucking 5 seconds. Like Ingenuity. It's not going to go up, take a few pictures, and land back down. This thing's going to spend a whole fucking hour in the air traveling from one place to another, taking samples. Finally, we have something in Dragonfly that can answer some real fucking freaking questions. Like, it's beyond me why NASA would not have included, even with Percy, something to check the shit now. I don't want to know about what microbial life might have been like 10 billion years ago. Could you tell me how it is when you sent the damn thing there? We keep missing that mark for some reason. But Dragonfly apparently is going to answer all of that if it actually fucking works. Let's just be honest. It might not even be able to. Subsurface water is one of the features of Titan. So old Dragonfly is going to be able to sample and actually look for traces of methane and things like that. Anything that could identify microbial life when it lands in allegedly 2034. So they'll be taking samples from the crater floor, looking for all kind of things that could identify the fact that there's life there. And here's the other thing, right? Because I understand, right? Microbial life, great. So I understand, like in Mars, which it looks dried up as hell. You want to look for microbial life because there may not be anything above the surface. Everything's below, and some briny ass water. Got it. But if you feel like Titan has oceans underneath the ice, why in the flying fuck aren't you looking for fish? I'm just saying. Why are we looking for microbial life? I know it's a start, but to me that would have been the start on Mars. We should be really, Dragonfly should go to Mars first, do his thing, maybe have like a sister Dragonfly too, go over to Titan, and it'll get there like 7 years fucking later or 4 years later. And then it can go swimming or something and check out actual, biological life. Things greater than microbial life. Somewhere on this fucking solar system, with all these oceans on these other moons and shit, some of those fuckers have got to have some fish. I'm just saying. There's got to be crustaceans. There's got to be something. Somebody just has to have the balls to do it. Now, I know there was a plan at one point to send something to one of these moons that could possibly get itself into the oceans that are under the ice and possibly swim around, take pictures, and do shit like that. We know that when we do this on the planet Earth, we fucking always come up with some surprise, a new species, some kind of new something or another, or something, an event we've never seen before. Happens all the damn time. Still today, 2021. Why not send something into the ocean and just get it done with? Everybody's prolonging. Everybody wants money. Get that money from, the government for your little project, but don't get any fucking real results. Anyway, I think it's great. You wouldn't be able to tell from what I just said. I get it. I think it's fantastic. Somebody's got to do something somewhere. Unfortunately, I think we missed the mark on Mars, and eventually what's going to happen is Elon's going to get there. He's going to bring back the zombie flu, and then it's all over. Then no one gives no fucks about Titan because we're all walking dead. This is what the Wuhan flu has done to me. All I see is just negative things everywhere. Check out the article, and there's actually a picture of the Dragonfly. It's pretty nifty. It's a big ass fucking lander, and it has all kind of fucking propellers. So check it out. Hopefully it works out for these guys, and we can get some shit done. Probably not before we're all dead, but fuck it.
Sing for me sweet lullabies. Bright nights, everlasting darksome days. Bright nights, and wearing the stain you made on me. And I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait for the bright nights to lead my way through the maze.
What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Okay, by the way, I've been involved in a lot of these tweets, and I've been following this individual. I don't know if you guys, who are into the UFO stuff, if you've actually caught on to this lady named Anjali, Anjali on Gaia. That's her little handle on Twitter. So last week she had a Lincoln Memorial conference, a press conference. I don't know what the hell part of the press was there. It seems like it was just a handful of people, but she was out there and she talked about this experience. She had a message for the world. And that is that she went into this mountainside, went to a mountain out in the Mojave Desert, and she talked to a few aliens, I can't. I just can't. A bunch of different species are represented there. They have a message for us that we're fucking up the planet. And so they want to help us, but, we're fucking up the planet. So she is like their rep or whatever, and she's trying to get, people in on this. She's literally going through Twitter, and she's involving all kind of people. I mean, she even reached out to Brandon Fugal from the Skinwalker Ranch, the billionaire guy out of Colorado. And she's involving a lot of people. She's like talking to anyone in the UFO community that wants to listen, and she's inviting a select few. This is what I get for talking about Fugal. A select few individuals, like George Knapp, to follow her and go back into the mountain to meet this congregation of aliens that have this message. I could not believe it when I saw this. But she is doing her work on Twitter as we speak, trying to get people to not only believe the message that she's sharing, but also the fact that she's trying to round up, people to go with her back to the Mojave Desert and go into the mountain and meet with the Universal Congress. I don't know what the fuck to call them. It's a fascinating story. The reason I brought it up because I just found out that she's going to be on tomorrow at Fate of Black, the Fate or Nots. So she's going to be on. Hell, I might even fucking tune in, to be honest, to find out what they'll have. The only thing about Fate of Black is sometimes it gets to be a little easy on some of the guests because, I need someone to challenge this lady. I need to know, what did you bring back a fucking scale? Did you poke one of them in the eye because it's like almond shaped and it's too big? What did you do? What literally did you do to bring back to humanity evidence that ET is watching? That's what I want to know. So that's my question. If anybody wants to go listen to Fade to Black tomorrow and throw that question in there, please let me know. Maybe I'll just listen to the replay, for fuck's sake. What can I do? All right, I guess we'll get on to the next article for tonight. If you can't tell already, I give no fucks about sending folks to listen to other podcasts because, it would be hard for me to speak to someone like that initially, right? Because, you got to have some proof. But Blue Origin apparently is working on a SpaceX Super Heavy clone. The article says that out in Florida, over at Cape Canaveral, in the last few days, Blue Origin, who's been suing the fuck out of SpaceX, who's been protesting everything that SpaceX does, now is copying Elon's phallus. I don't get it. I don't understand. You literally are copying the phallus of the guy you're suing. What in the hell's going on at Blue Origin? This is completely nuts. Ars Technica, which is a publication, has pictures actually of the test tank that looks a lot like the Super Heavy booster prototypes that we've been seeing down over at Starbase. Very similar. If you go to the article, you can actually see it. It looks like you're fucking looking at Boca Chica when you look at the picture, but it turns out it's not even Starbase. It's not even in Texas. It's in Florida, Cape Canaveral. The project that they're calling this under the moniker of Blue Origin is Project Jarvis. Like, you can't even... You literally cannot even get your own, non-Marvel names, right? Project Jarvis. Okay, what, are you Tony Stark now? You've got no fucking hair or facial hair. I'm just saying, get back in your place. Project Jarvis is basically the fake booster rocket, the fake Super Heavy for our people over there at Blue Origin. And on top of that, we'll be sitting, possibly, maybe, who knows what the hell they're doing, the New Shepard. So the New Shepard is the vehicle that's going to be not going to the moon. I don't even know where the fuck it's going. I mean, honestly, listen, at this rate, Bezos should just run this thing himself and stop fucking around. Take your Project Jarvis, build your phallus, copycat, and throw your New Shepard on top of it, and let's go. Why are you waiting? Stop suing people. You're wasting time. America and the world want to go back to the moon, and your greedy ass is keeping us from doing it. By the way, if you are familiar with Florida and Cape Canaveral, Complex 36 is where this, copycat version, the Super Heavy, is sitting right now. And listen, it is what it is. I'm sure that there's a lot of shared technology, as we've discussed last week, and actually there was articles this week about folks that went from SpaceX over to Blue Origin. And now all of a sudden, the wave has shifted. And some reports are saying up to 17 of the highly paid scientists and engineers that are working on this so-called Project Jarvis or the New Shepard, that these guys have jumped ship and moved over to SpaceX. It's possible. It's very possible. There is nothing but negative connotations for Blue Origin at this point, so I can see people jumping ship. There's just no way around it. But we'll see how far they get in copying what SpaceX has, and whether or not SpaceX would then challenge Blue Origin on their designs. Because one of the things that I've recently heard Musk say on YouTube was that he finds it very difficult to keep SpaceX secrets, especially when they're testing new technology from the public, because you can fucking drive right down through the middle of Starbase without anybody stopping you. So I've done it before, and I actually plan to do it again early September. Drive right through Starbase, take pictures of all their secret shit, and just, sell it to Blue Origin, because he's paying whatever he can in order to make his little phallus fly. There's images of this fake rocket in the description. Take a look at it, and it's a sad thing. You talk all that shit about SpaceX and Starship not getting into space at all, but for fuck's sake, why is your stuff looking so similar to what Elon is working on? I mean, you can't make this thing up. I promise you can't.
I've been in your waters. I came for sure. I've never been so close before. It's one way or the other.
So all these stories today on Tuesday, El Science Day, all culminates in one message. Blue Origin has fucked up the Artemis mission. Plain and simple. The NASA head confirms Blue Origin lawsuit will delay the moon program. Now, he has no idea about how long. I guess it depends how long this lawsuit takes, right? Because, well, what can he do? Bill Nelson, which, Bill, thank you for having a regular name. Honestly. Because a lot of times when you read these science things, especially out of NASA, because, you know, they took all that technology from Germany. You know, usually the names are really fucked up and it's hard to pronounce, but Bill Nelson, come on. Jeez. Give that guy a round of applause. Blue Origin's lawsuit against NASA is really going to put a significant kink in the return to the moon. Let's just say it. That's why I saved this one for last. That's the bottom line. So anyone who really is that thrilled about Blue Origin, you lost your fucking mind. To be honest. You know, sometimes I think, well, maybe NASA should just say fuck it. And just leave on the side somewhere as a backup plan. Just so that in the event that the Starship blows up, takes out all of Boca Chica, you have a backup plan in the other phallus, the copycat phallus, that you can use to get to space, get to moon. So, maybe it's a good idea. Like, anything to get this shit moving, okay? We may never use them if they're a backup. It may never happen. But still, throw them a bone. I know he's a billionaire. I know he wants that government money. But still, just give him something, for fuck's sake. That way he can just go on his merry way and go play with something. The lawyers at the Justice Department apparently are handling the case, according to Bill Nelson. He also says that we don't know. We're worried that this will be a significant impact to as far as the delay to the human landing system, the HLS contract, and very possibly the entire Artemis mission could be delayed for a very long time. But he says, we don't handle this. We basically have lawyers that are talking to the Justice Department lawyers, and they're going to present a case. And eventually, in about a few weeks, we'll be able to determine how long the Artemis mission is going to be delayed, thanks to Donatello from Amazon Prime. So that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting to see what happens. Jeff Bezos says he's fighting tooth and nail in order to get NASA to reverse its initial decision to only pick SpaceX, and wants NASA to at least, come on, sir, please pick us as option B. Really, I feel like this is crazy. You really are fighting and suing people and challenging things just to be the first loser. I don't, fuck it. If that's what it takes, folks, somebody needs to write Bill Nelson and say, hey, just give in. Let him have what he wants. He could be option B. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't give him no fucking money. He's got a shitload of money. Don't give him no money. If he's option B because he wants to be, then fuck it. Just let him be option B. That's all you got to do. So the date for 2024 might be 2027. That's really fucking sad, to be honest, because, when all of this first happened, everybody was all excited. We're going back to the moon. We got SpaceX with a silver phallus, and now it's like a gigantic silver phallus. And here comes Donatello just screwing this up for everyone because he's suing. He's sue happy. I mean, people are jumping ship because of the image that you're portraying when people just want to see rocketry. They want to see rocket science like we've never seen it before. We want to see achievements in our day and age, such as a moon landing, a Mars landing. But he's busy fighting for first loser. I don't get it. When you literally can just launch the damn shit yourself. I don't get it. I don't know. What else can you do? That's just the way it is. Somebody's going to figure this out in the next few weeks, and we're either going to have the end of the tirade, hopefully, from the little tyrant, or we're in for quite the battle, right? It'll probably last forever. Because basically, we're talking about government lawyers. So, this could be tied up for a very long time, in which case, we'll just never make it to the fucking moon. We won't. We'll get beaten by somebody else. Well, China will make it. Russia will make it. Brazil's going to make it to the moon. And we're tied up with Donatello, the Ninja Turtle from Amazon Prime, fighting in court because he wants leftovers. Completely bananas. That's the end of the podcast for today. By the way, I was actually really serious about people finding out more about this Anjagil. I don't know. Finding out more about her, because I feel like that's going to be the next thing. She's out there. She is reaching to a lot of people, trying to get her caravan to meet the aliens. when you hear her story, if you go on YouTube, she actually had the press conference that was on YouTube. It takes a while to get going because I think the whole thing is filmed on a S9 Galaxy Android phone, but you can't blame them. But just listen to her story because there is really some interesting stuff going on there. So, why not? But the fact that she has the gonads, as they say in South Texas, the cojones, to go out there and reach out to folks like George Knapp, Brandon Fugel, and all these other, UFO faithfuls that people kind of listen to and follow in their ufology dreams. I think it's significant. And I actually said I was talking to Adam Baum about this. I said, listen, if George Knapp signs up, if George Knapp goes into that Mojave Mountain and he comes out talking about I seen fucking aliens, it's over. Done deal. We may have a real situation here, Houston. So we'll see what happens. I'm following it closely. I want to know if George Knapp really does sign up and goes off with her camelback bareback into a mountain in the Mojave to talk to the alien Congress about how we're fucking up the planet. So something to look forward to, I guess. But a lot of times this is the way I feel. It really is. Starting today. Ciao.
You'll realize that there's so much more to the book than the page you were stuck on. Finally, you will feel free to live a life you love living instead of the life you think other people want you to live. Remember, you are the highest authority when it comes to knowing what you want and what you love. So stop trading yourself for the approval from others. Ladies and gentlemen, weirdos and geeks, please repeat after me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a I don't give a fuck. 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 It's time to start doing the right thing. So trust your instinct. Stop listening to others and own your decisions. People will always tell you what to do, speak and how to live. So let's create space for what matters most to you. You'll be glad you did. Now start reclaiming your time and your mental well-being by saying no more. No more. Say it loudly and proudly. In other words, fuck you.